What's going on, YouTube? I just got out of my creative dungeon here. I'm about to tell you the most important shit you will ever hear in the world. It's the most important shit ever. If you want to stay up in a house like this and live a life of full creative, then you gotta learn to play, think original. I'm gonna share with you all of my knowledge, everything I've ever learned leading up to now, to this point. I'm gonna share all of it. These are all the things that you never learn in school. They don't teach you this in school. They teach you this only, it's within the seed of your own mind and your own self. You gotta meditate. You gotta really get to a place of peace. You gotta sit down in the trees and say, yeah, this is the most important shit that you will ever hear. So, I want you all to think critically about what type of legacy you want to leave before you're dead. You know, a lot of people come to me and they say they're worried about the time. They're worried about their watch. Notice I don't even have any watches. Reason I don't have a watch, I don't wear any watches, is because I'm not concerned about the time. Time is obsolete. It's a stupid idea, right? Blows up your brain because time doesn't matter. It's all about the death clock. Whatever you do before you die matters more. I want you to think critically about what kind of legacy you want to leave before you're dead. What type of impact do you want to leave before you're dead? I wear this creative shirt before you today for a specific reason. The reason being to reconceptualize the focus of your life. So you might be healthy. You might have good relationships. You might not be healthy. You might not have good relationships. You might not have money, right? You might not have prosperity, right? You might not have a creative outlet. Anyways, I want you to think critically about all of that. So I'm walking up into my laboratory here, and as you can see, I have it exactly designed so that I could get done any sort of creative shit I want to get done, any sort of project. I got lights, I got green screen, I got to set up anything that I want to tackle. If I'm trying to make a crypto coin, there's a crypto coin right there. If I'm trying to figure out a computer, I take apart a computer. I got other units, got a motor scooter for trying to get around. Everything I fucking need, everything you could possibly need. The first setup, the first step to creating your creative haven is to set up all the shit, all the outlets that will enable you to do your creative shit. You set them up as such. The next step to making all this shit actionable is use exercise. Do exercise. This here, I do some military press, some squats. I do a little bit of exercise. You gotta get your mind right. You gotta use your brain. If you're trying to excel in creative avenues, use your brain. I'm gonna make each and every one of you into an original, contributing, original thinking, brain thinking machine. You're gonna be coming up with you're gonna be the weirdest fuck. There's gonna be so many more fucking weirdos thanks to me. There's gonna be so much oddities, so much more weird fuckers. And it's gonna be great. You wanna know why? Because the world will improve. I like to use as an example the singer Taylor Swift. So when I was out living in my SUV, life halfway off the grid, using a public gym every day, using a public P.O. box, and sleeping up in my car, and going out to Hollywood to be a background actor, I ran across many people, many wise people. One of these guys was a mathematics professor. I find mathematics professor up in Koreatown. He's doing his project and research on why we're not migratory. And so I want you to ask yourself a question. Reconceptualize the idea. Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in one spot? Do you want to live in a house like this? Do you want Where do you want to live? You got to understand there's hierarchies of knowledge. And if you don't know that knowledge, it's going to cost you. You're going to be slaving away every day doing something you don't like. You might not like doing what you like. You might want to live with nature. But the point is, you may want to think about what will put you in the environment that gives you the spirit of life, energy, to really get, to really capture that, what's needed for your creative novel, or your creative venture, your new business, based on that new t-shirt design, that new whatever the fuck it is. Whatever it is that you do, there's a way to be a unique, extremely unique, creative, original contributor in that field, in that particular field of interest. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're an electrician or a plumber. You do something conventional like you're an attorney or a doctor or an engineer. If you're looking for a way to capture that creative energy that you're missing from your shit, you need to learn. You don't learn from a book. You learn from you. So you need to channel all that shit too. But we're not gonna get into that right yet. This is all of the knowledge that I've ever acquired from life altogether. And it's not just about you. You're really important. But it's not just about you. It's not just about you, you know. You gotta realize, some people are just sitting around all day. They put all the money they got on CATGecoin, and then it goes up like fucking 100 times more money. I mean, there's some people out there that just don't do shit, and they wind up with everything. So I want you to be thinking, no matter what you're trying to do, whatever sort of creative thing. I don't know if you're the next Louis C.K. or whatever, one of these great creative authors. I want you to realize this is who you need to be talking to. This is woods, this trees, the green energy, all the fucking oxygen. You breathe in all that oxygen, and then that way, you gotta define what it is that you sell. You gotta define what it is, whatever the fuck it is that you're even trying to sell, in order to even have a grasp on what the fuck you're channeling all this creative energy. I know you might be upset that you didn't get this information sooner, but rejoice. You're about to have it. Live and let live. That's the phrase they always say. Live and let live. Let it go, move on. It's a good thing you're listening to it. I know you want to have yourself a laboratory. You have experiments going, knickknacks here and there, experiments this and that. Well, this is e-commerce, this is the internet. The internet's took over. Jeff Bezos, one of the richest, Amazon, selling books. I want you to rethink, I want you to think critically about work. What do you want to do for work? I want you to reconceptualize the idea of work. Think critically about, what do you want to do for work? Do you want to be a medium of exchange for products and services? Or do you want to be a medium of exchange to have to work for a wage over and over and over again?